could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. I hope you are all doing well. Today's video is all of the Christmas. We are going Christmas shopping, we are decorating for Christmas. We are also planting our very first tree in our new garden. I think I mentioned in last week's video, my dad actually bought us a liquid amber tree. He has one in his garden, which you would have seen the week before when I did a tour of his garden. It is a stunning, stunning tree. My dad bought us one. We finally got around to planting it, so we're gonna be doing that in this video. And then we're doing all of the Christmassy things, but most excited about the fact that I am decorating my first ever fireplace. I've never had a fireplace in all of my 47 years have I ever had a fireplace to actually physically decorate at Christmas. That is what we're doing in this video, and I am obsessed. If you follow me over on Instagram, you may have already seen a part of it, but the full reveal in today's video, where I got everything, is coming up. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my tea. I hope you enjoy the vlog. I really loved filming this one. There's something special about this one, and I think it's just all the Christmas. I've even got my Christmas mug, Peace and Joy, and it is filled up with tea. I don't even know if you can see just how full it is with tea. It's hot and it's gorgeous, and yeah, enjoy the vlog. So before we plant our new tree, we really had to get rid of this one that was just in the back. It was too heavy, it was fallen on itself, it had kind of collapsed. It was still growing, but it had collapsed. I wasn't a fan, and equally, I didn't really want to spend the time, you know, building a frame for it and propping it back up, because actually it didn't fill my heart with joy. So we took away the main branch of it. There's still some growing there at the back, so that we could fit this tree in and give it a nice wide space to be able to grow. I don't know why. I've never planted a tree in my life. I don't know why. I just thought, you know, the size I am, I'm not slim. Do you know what I mean? I'm a big girl. I thought if I stand on this spade, we are going all the way down into the center of the earth. But no, my ground was so hard. It was a chore. It was a fun chore though, because Tim and myself took it in turns to dig, and then we were like both absolutely shattered, and I was like, do you want to take a turn? He was like, yeah. Okay, do you want to take over? I was like, yeah. It took ages to dig just a simple hole for our new tree. And then on my dad's advice, the soil he bought me, I had to mix like 50-50 with the soil and the soil improver. So I did all of that in a bucket. I really should have taken the bucket down to where the tree was. You know, I didn't make it make sense in my head, but I just, for some reason, was mixing all of the soil up here on the patio and then carrying the bucket down to the hole. And yeah, it took a minute before I realised, let's bring the soil down to the hole. There were so many roots and branches running through this ground, like we actually physically had to cut it all, get the saw out and cut through it. But yeah, I just in the end got Tim to just mix it while it was in the hole, and it was just so much easier. But this was so satisfying. Like, actually planting a tree made me emotional, and I don't know why. I just thought this is like the coolest thing ever. We can plant trees, and we planted it together at the same time. So cute. Anyway, that was it. That was the tree planted. We put a ton of soil all around the edges, the outside, making sure that it was well and truly bedded into the ground. And we did all of the things. And then I got super chuffed because I was able to use our new water butt for the first time because it's got a ton of water in it now. And yeah, all of the water came from the water butt, which I just thought was pretty cool. George, I mean, bless him. He helped somewhere along the line, but he just wants to be involved. And I love that about him. He's always there. He won't leave our side. And yeah, this was us. This was the... Do you see what I'm saying, guys? I've practically filled up the hole, and this is the moment I'm like, do you know what? Bring the bags here. Let's do it here, because it makes more sense. But we'll know now for future trees, because I definitely do want to plant some more trees without kind of like encroaching too much on the garden. This is the bit I felt very bad about. I didn't see George, and George literally just like, I don't know, I just threw it straight on his head. Oh, George.
You've been fertilised.
Come here. Come. I honestly felt so bad. I was saying sorry to him over and over. I mean, he didn't care. He's a dog at the end of the day. He'd probably lay in it if he could. But yeah, here it is, all planted. And here's me just feeling like proper, like Jack and Jill going up the hill to fetch a pail of water. I was in my element, and yeah, I was just so happy. George is like, what's this new thing now? What have we got now? Lots of bubbles here. Can anyone tell me, is this just like, I don't know, I guess sediment? Is it? I don't know. It feels like, it looks like someone's washed out the bucket. It looks like someone's washed out the water butt, and the water coming from the tap has created some foamy surfaces. But yeah, I just poured on 2 buckets of water to bed it down and bed it in, and we get enough rain for me to not worry about it for the foreseeable future. This is our new tree. I feel like it needs a name. It's gonna grow quite tall and quite round and be exactly like the tree you saw in my dad's garden last week, the liquid amber. It's going to burn bright with colour. Stunning. There is nothing as grounding as getting your hands mucky in the mud planting a tree until you realise that one of the bags is just practically pure shite. It's pure manure. But I was like, it smells very earthy, this one. And obviously it is manure. No bother, doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, I was getting my hands right stuck in there. I was like, let me just mix it with my hands. It's all good, clean already. But that was lovely. Today is actually Remembrance Sunday. We didn't plant the tree today because it was Remembrance Sunday, but it was kind of nice. Sorry, the water might be a bit loud for the mic, but yeah, we both planted it together. It's the first tree we've ever planted together. Kind of sweet, very sweet, and it's looking already stunning against the green fern. Now this will not keep its leaves all year round. It will lose its leaves. But in the autumn time, it will look stunning against the greenery of the background. But yeah, Remembrance Sunday today, and that's how we will remember what day we planted the tree. And this vlog, of course. Anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of my hands and make a cup of tea. On Monday, we had the gas engineer come to do a service of the fireplace. I didn't want to turn it on because it's gas. I've mentioned before, I was just nervous of it. So he came to check the chimney, check that everything was working, check that that the smoke was being drawn up the chimney. And then once he let off the smoke bomb, which was fine and safe. He went outside to make sure it was coming out of the chimney and make sure that the chimney breast running throughout the house had no leaks on it. And yeah, it was really fascinating stuff. He said usually he holds it higher, but it was low this time. But yeah. He's just gone outside to check the chimney and check to see that everything's coming out where it needs to come out. This is very cool. Yeah, testing to make sure that the smoke is going where it's meant to go. But he has done it lower and further back, so there will inevitably be some in the room. Cool. He was actually so helpful, like explained absolutely everything to me, every part of the fireplace. He showed me how that kind of like brick thing comes apart, how I can clean all the pieces. So yeah, really good. We are out tonight. We have come to the theatre again, only this time it's me and Tim. Date night. First time in I cannot tell you how long since we've had George. We've left George at home with Tim's daughter and we've come to the theatre. We're here to see A Christmas Carol. A Christmas show before Tim's birthday in December. It's almost criminal. The fact that you've even allowed it. I just booked the tickets, like, guess what? We're going out to see a Christmas show before your birthday. Yes, we're at the theatre. It's freezing cold, guys. Freezing cold. Guys, it is time. It is time to decorate the fireplace for Christmas. Oh, busting! Oh no. George is also busting. We are all home alone up in here because we've got the reds and the greens. So basically, I've never had a fireplace. I've never had a house with a fireplace to decorate for Christmas. And that was a big selling point for this house. And I'm staring at it right now. So the way I saw my fireplace was obviously a garland, right? So I didn't know whether I wanted to just put a chunky garland straight across the top or whether I wanted a more kind of like, are you okay? Like a delicate dangle. But I have got two. I have got two garlands, long garlands. They're from the range. They're too big, so unless if I want a dangly, they're not gonna dangle. They're just really tough and robust, and they're not flexible. So I went online, I went to Amazon. You guys know where I've moved. It's not like where I lived before and I've got every single shop you could ever want in your life on my doorstep. I don't have that here. It's good for the bank, but it's not good for my soul. So I went on Amazon and oh my goodness me, I know, we can barely contain our excitement. I bought a garland. I typed in, not thin, but I just typed in realistic garland, realistic Christmas garland, and this one came up. And the picture was of it on a fireplace. And I was like, that looks floppy. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for floppy. That looks floppy. And that looks like it's quite malleable. I'm going to be able to move it and put it in places I want to put it in. And don't ask me why. I ordered the 9-foot. Yeah, I ordered the 9-foot one. But this is what it looks like. It is the most realistic thing I've ever seen in my life. And I could cry. Ooh, I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, I could cry. It's making me emotional that I've got like a fireplace. Look at this thing. Yes, it is plastic, guys. It is plastic, and each individual stem is one of those little ball and hook things. So you could lose a stem. You just have to find where you've got to put it back on. But I'm gonna be gentle with it. I'm gonna have this for years and years. I'm gonna look after it. How realistic does this look? It's not like in your face shiny plastic. It's dull, really dull, and it looks limp. It looks like something you would have just dragged back from the forest, and that's exactly what I was going for. Leave my command hooks, Mr. George. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, This is 9 feet long. I'm gonna link it, I'm gonna link everything below that I'm using on my fireplace. I'll link it right at the top of the description box. It's absolutely massive. Oh guys, okay, breathe. So right now my fireplace has got this little point, so I don't know whether to go up in the middle, down at the sides, or, I mean, what else is there? What else is there? Oh, like one big dangle and then down each side. This is long enough to double it up, so you could make it even thicker like this, but I'm not too fussed about thickness. I just wanted it to look like I've literally just been out in the garden, cut it down and dragged it in. But it's heavy as well, really. Oh my gosh, it's just stunning, and it's just so bendy and flexible, and oh, anyway. Right, so that's the garland. Next up, I bought some command hooks. Now, again, I bought 3 big fat ones, although I've got a really giant one and 2 small. I don't know. This absolutely massive one from B&M. I popped into B&M the other day. We have a huge, massive B&M and a garden centre attached. So I really just wanted to run in there and get one of these. I need to go back in and spend more time. And yeah, so I got this huge one. I don't know if you're seeing that, are you? Anyway, it's the big clear acrylic command hook. I figured that would go in the center to take the majority of the weight. And then I got from Amazon 2 smaller big hooks. So they are big still, but they are 2 of the clearer command hooks. So yeah, got those. So I have got 3 hooks, 1 for the center, 1 for either side of the garland, because I'm adding things onto the garland and I really want that garland to hold everything. And then I just got some itty bitty baby ones. Tim has already stolen a few for his office, but the itty bitty baby ones, again, these are all from Amazon, but that's purely because I didn't get out. You know, you could obviously go to B&M, but they're pretty much the same price on Amazon, so I'll link everything below. Please, please. Georgie, mummy kiss. Mwah, thank you, but listen. Georgie, listen. I need these. Okay, I need these. Georgie, I need them. Mummy kiss. Mwah, thank you. But listen, can we wait? Can we wait to be destructive? Guys, I've got Christmas music on the TV. Does anyone remember this song? It's a classic. If you've got to go away. Are we back in frame? We're back in frame. Okay, next up. Ribbons are really in this year. And I didn't just get these because I've seen them everywhere and I'm just like, oh, that looks gorgeous. If you saw last year's video, I did have jute ribbon on my tree last year, but this ribbon, oh my goodness me, I typed into Amazon 1.5 inch, yeah, 1.5 inch velvet ribbon. They've got every color imaginable. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was very tempted to go with a little hint of black this year, because I think dark green and black together, absolutely stunning. I might still order one, I don't know. But I got this ribbon. It is, again, it is simply stunning. Really gorgeous, thick velvet ribbon on a roll. How much is on there? A lot of ribbon. A lot of ribbon. Just to make bows to hang. And then I saw a TikTok where it was like, make a bow really easily. So I saved the TikTok. About a month ago, I saved the TikTok so that I can refer back to the TikTok to get my bows beautiful, because I'm not very good at making bows, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and the next color I got was the dark green velvet. So again, together as bows. Oh my goodness. Again, Amazon, I'll link them below, and so much on the roll. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. But don't you think black velvet would be beautiful next to the green? There's just something so like almost luxurious about it. I have to hide these up my jumper because otherwise George is just gonna get them. Okay, we've got the garland, we've got the ribbon. Now for the lights, I do have a ton of lights. I have a huge bag filled with lights, but plug sources. Okay, electricity plug sockets. The nearest one is over by my lamp, so I didn't know how it would work if I had to run wires and stuff. So light wires, I don't know how these will work because they're very, very white. Oh. What is my life? What is my life? Huh? So I bought this. It is a ring of lights, and when they dangle, they look like branches and like white flowing branches. So I don't know how they're gonna work at all. I will see, obviously I will try them out, but if I think that they're too stark, they're too white, I probably will, instead of using these, I will probably use one of my traditional light sets with the green wires to tie in a bit more with the garland. So I definitely have to manipulate this, spend some time manipulating it, but this is what it's looking like. It's basically, I'll link it below so you can check it out, but it basically looks like a beautiful whimsical tree branch when all lit up, and then you can just like manipulate the twigs and the leaves to come out in all directions. Right now, it looks like a hot mess of a slinky, but hopefully, once it's stretched out and rewired and worked around the garland, each individual light then is at the tips of the, I've never done that, have I ever done that before? At the tips of the twigs. So yeah, the final thing I bought, this was inspired by my friend Joe. We became so close. Where I used to live in Essex, Joe lived down the road, and it was such a surreal, it was such a bizarre way that we met, because back in my woodworking days, like earlier on in my channel, I've got a lathe, I was doing woodworking, doing some turning, and I was doing some sticker swaps with other woodworkers, and I met this guy. I never met him physically, but I met this guy through the woodworking community called John. He lives in Athens, Greece. Athens, Greece. And I was like, fancy a sticker swap? He was like, yeah. So I gave him my address, and he was just like, oh, my mum lives there, right? So I was just like, Essex, yeah, cool. It's a big place, you know. He obviously knows that because he's from Essex. And I was like, oh, no, wait, whereabouts in Essex does your mum live? And he was just like, no, she's your neighbour. She literally lives 10 doors down. I was like, stop it now. So that's how me and Joe met, because through her son and the sticker swapping, we were friends for years, used to go walking together all the time, and obviously I'm still in touch with Joe because she's incredible. Her fireplace used to be something that dreams were made of, like actual dreams. So I bought these inspired by Joe, and I don't know if I'm going to use them at this stage because they're very, very different. I bought a whole box of dangly acrylic crystal danglies. They basically look like this. They're absolutely stunning. We've got a snowflake one and a crystal teardrop one, and I'm sorry, hanging from the garland on the fireplace. I don't usually go this blingy, but these are from Amazon and they are unbelievably stunning. They all literally come individually like this. Can you see? Yeah, individually like this they come. And then you just either hook them on or you use bands. They don't come with like huge strings attached or anything like that, but you can create with these whatever you want to create with these. And this is a huge box of acrylic crystal danglies. So that's what I've got. Anyway, everything I got is from Amazon, so I'm gonna link below everything that I got to do my fireplace. So if you want anything from that list, then add it in. I'm also gonna maybe put in a couple of other bits because I may or may not be ordering 1 or 2 more bits, but I'm not going crazy, just a little bit crazy. Okay, time to start. We are putting the command hooks on the fireplace. The most important thing about command hooks, you must absolutely leave them in place for 24 hours before you put anything on them. So this is me pushing them on the fireplace, and this is me 6 minutes later adding the garland because no one listens to that information. I just figured, you know what, who waits? Nobody does. And they were strong enough and they have worked so far. Okay, I think I'm happier with this layout, to be honest. It's just so Dickensian and so different. The other thing to mention with this garland is I think it just looks so real, it's unreal. It's really, really floppy. But the other thing is that it is designed all in one direction, which, I mean, what do you do? It would be amazing if they could, I've got the remote because I've had to turn down the Christmas music, if they could center point the garland and then everything this side was going this way and then everything this side was going this way. But you can kind of see here all of the foliage is traveling in the same direction. And the only reason that is a problem is because down here it flows beautifully, gorgeous, and down here it doesn't because it's trying to go back the other way. So I think what I might do, a bit radical, I might buy another one. I love it so much and it is just the most floppiest, realistic looking, you know, garland. I might buy another one and then reverse it. So some of them are going this way, some of them are going this way, and it won't be so obvious to me. I don't know if anyone else coming in is going to notice it, but you can see this side is struggling. This side hangs beautifully naturally. But how gorgeous is this? I'm sorry, this looks like actual pine tree that I've just gone and purchased from the garden centre, which I haven't. Amazon next day delivery, thank you very much. I'm loving it. I am absolutely not loving the white wiry branch-esque type lights. Even just, the feel of them, not a fan. Not a fan at all, but I'm gonna put batteries in, see what they look like, and I don't think for a second I'm gonna be using them. So this TikTok that I saw basically stuck 2 sticks down to the sideboard and started wrapping the ribbon around, and they made it look so easy, and I have been looking forward to making my bows for the longest time, but this was just not it. They used chopsticks. I only had these skewers and they were bendy, and I tried like 300,000 times and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So I got annoyed. I took a break and I came out into the garden to play with the leaf blower that Tim's daughter dropped around. This machine is incredible. It does both. It blows the leaves away, but it also hoovers them up. And yeah, I could have been out here all day and doing it, but I felt like I was making even more mess than I was, you know. I just didn't feel like I was being very productive. And the only reason I really wanted to get this lawn completely clear is to pick up after George. You know, it's getting increasingly harder to see where he's been to the toilet because there's so many leaves. But equally, I wanted to get all of the rest of my Christmas decorations out without getting the trees. The trees are going to be the last thing to go up this year. Usually they're the first. But I really want to spend the next week to 2 weeks, you know, getting used to this new space and working out what I want where. But also looking at the decorations that I don't feel like we're going to use again. And all of my decorations are really beautiful and lovely quality. So I'm going to put a box together of decorations that I know I'm probably not going to use again. And then I'm going to take them down to one of the many, many charity shops that we have in town. But yeah, this was a chore. I was excited though. Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you. So I basically cheated with the ribbons because I could not follow any tutorial and I couldn't do it. And when I can't do something, I throw my dummy out the pram. So I've cheated. I've literally cut 2 strands of ribbon. Ignore the ends. I'm going to fix them up. One of the dark green, one of the burgundy red. And I've literally, that's just 2 strands. I've folded them in half, and at the center point, I've hooked it around the command strip to make it look like it's actually part of a luxurious bow, right? And the actual bow, it took me forever just to tie. I literally closed my eyes, tied it like a shoelace, and then I spent 20 minutes fiddling with it to make sure that all of the satin, the velvet could be seen. That's what I've done, because I couldn't do it at all. As for these absolutely beautiful dangly pendants, I'm going to leave them off of the fireplace garland, only because I feel like the fireplace garland is going much more down the woodland route and not the bling route. These will probably end up on one of my 2 trees because I love them. I knew I wanted my bottle brush trees on the fireplace. I definitely wanted my trees, but I had no real idea of where it was going to go. I tried this bead garland again. It was too blingy for me. It might have been better having maybe gold, because we've got a gold mirror above our fireplace that I got from an auction house for like £5. Gold would have been really nice. I was just doing a few bits at a time. Most of my cushions are handmade, and this is one of my favourites. Back when I used to sew quite a lot, but still with no skill. I am already obsessed, and the tree is not even up yet. The tree isn't even in. The blue wall is still irking me just a little bit, but have I got the energy to paint it before Christmas? Quite possibly not. I know I've still got 2 months. I know we're like halfway through November, but I don't know if I'll get around to painting the chimney breast. Genuinely, I think it's okay. Like, I just don't know if, yeah. It still adds, but this green and red, Home Alone, traditional Christmas aesthetic, right up my street. I don't know if I showed you guys, I picked up this little man when I went to the garden centre with my dad. We went to Bosworth's. I picked this guy up, $25.99. You know these Santas, they are literally everywhere. I do have 2 others from the range, but I never did get my traditional. He's got a little lantern there. I wish these things actually worked. Can you imagine having a little light in there? And yeah, here are my other 2 Santas from the range that are just quite happily sitting here for now. For now, you know, new house, new space. I don't know what I'm going to do with half of my Christmas stuff. I know I won't have the room in this house to do as much as I wanted in the last house, or as much as I did in the last house. And that's okay, because I've got my fireplace and that is what matters. I bought some bottle brush trees from the range last year and ended up falling in love with them so much I went back and I got more. I got actually another 2 boxes of bottle brush trees. So that's what I'm thinking is going to go up there. We don't want to put too much down here. Obviously, when the fire is on, I need to get a fire guard. I've just been on Facebook Marketplace and I've seen loads of fire guards for sale on Facebook Marketplace for like £5. So I might just pick one up. Obviously, George, you can never trust animals or children. Do you know what I'm saying? George hates heat. So he won't come near me when I've got a cup of tea. He won't, you know, all of that jazz, but you wouldn't ever want to risk it. Oh, focus. But yeah, this rich red, stop it. Like, actually, I'm in love. This big wooden sign I made on my channel a few years back, on my other channel, my crafty channel. I just made this out of, what was that made out of? I think it was just an old unit that was left in the old house in the shed. I can't actually remember. It might have been like a shoe rack of some kind. I'd have to go back and look. But this was back in the day before I had a Cricut, before I had anything, and it was all hand painted with some picks and ribbons and tartans at the bottom. But I've always loved it. I've just never had the best place for it. And I just think next to the fireplace now is actually ideal, or even up there now. So yeah, there's options. I'm not going to replace my grandma's photo, but I'd happily replace the decennial with this and hang it on the wall. So yeah, ooh, I just love it, guys. I love it so much. Like, I'm actually in heaven. I'm actually in heaven. Tim is going to come home. He sits here. He's going to throw all these cushions off, which is why I'm not going too crazy on his sofa. This is the corner of my sofa. I made all these cushion covers. So this was a sewing project on my other channel. A simple red cushion that I sewed. This one here is from TKMaxx because, you know, you can tell I did not make that one. And then another red cushion that I sewed, and then another one that I sewed with some leftover fabric that I had. Very messy, but I love him. I've had him years. And yeah, did not sew or make the giant chunky throat. I love, love, love. Love, 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 love. So if you were here with me last year on this home channel, you would have seen the video where I went into the range and I found these. I saw them, fell in love, didn't buy them, regretted it as soon as I got home, went back and bought them. And honestly, no regrets. I actually think I only got 2 boxes. I thought I got 3, but I only got 2. These are the kits. They come with a little cottage, a little white, beautiful Christmas house. And honestly, I could just envisage how the top of the fireplace was going to look. Equally, I found it very hard to stop. Like, I just feel like I could have gone all out on the top, you know, pine cones, acorns, added it all in, because at the end of the day, it's all still quite Christmassy. I also feel like I could still add more, even though I'm done. Like, I've told myself I'm done. This was the moment I realised, like my face. This was the moment I realised that these houses lit up. Like, I don't know what I thought. I just didn't expect them to be battery operated, because I haven't opened the box since I bought them a year ago. And there's just a little tab, you know, the standard battery pack, the little tab that you pull out and then you can switch them on, and they are adorable. This, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I wish now that I had more white houses, because I think, like, you know, that kind of White House Christmas village aesthetic would also work really, really well across the top of the fireplace. Now, here was me just like tweaking everything and just moving trees around and making sure that there were equal amounts. And oh, it was there's me dancing in the mirror. But this is what we're looking like. I actually didn't realize at this point I had another 5 or 6 trees still in the box behind me, the little ones. So I have added to it since even filming this. So now every single bottle brush tree that I own is now on this mantle, and I love it. I like, imagine finding giant, like 1.5 foot high, you know, like a 20 inches high bottle brush tree. I would love that. Then I'd get 2 of them and have them either end and just add to it. I am in love with this. Let me know what you think. This is what it looks like of an evening. Now, I did not use the white branchy light thing. I used just simple warm white lights. They are trailing down the side, but they're hidden behind Santa, so I can't see them. It makes them look green, but they are warm white. Let me know your thoughts. The next day, I honestly got so much work done, did loads of laundry. I did all of the housework things, and I felt very, very accomplished. So I took myself and George out for a walk. We actually walked all the way into town because I haven't done it yet. And I didn't really know how long it would take me and all of that. And my new friend, my neighbour, who I met a few doors down, she told me that this place allows dogs and it is beautiful. It's called the Kino Lounge. It's right on Market Square. It is such a vibe. It was so cool and trendy and just really earthy and right up my street. I couldn't film properly because it was super busy. This was about 2 o'clock it was about 3 actually, 3 o'clock. Yeah, it was just too busy to film properly, but you get the gist. Just from the ceiling lights, come on, I loved it. Today is Friday. I didn't actually pick up the camera yesterday. Yesterday was a cleaning the house, getting everything ready, and I mowed the lawn. So, you don't usually mow the lawn come November, I think. And basically it's been so mild, the grass is still growing. And then I saw everyone out mowing their lawns and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and do that. I have never mowed this lawn. The previous owner left us his petrol lawnmower. with everything. He said there's petrol in it, but it's on its last legs. I was like, thank you. It's not on its last legs, not at all, but I did break it. I broke it. I don't know what I did. Anyway, the lawnmower repairman came to collect it this morning, and he looked at it and he said, that is not on its last legs. You have got a very, very good lawnmower here, and when I return it, it will be as good as new. So he's going to do an oil change, and he's going to work out why the cord won't pull anymore, because it's probably tangled in there. But let me show you the lawn. It is so nice. I am still waiting. Sorry, Dad, I've not yet planted the ferns. I know. We're going to do it this weekend. But this is what the lawn is looking like. And all of those leaves got churned up in the lawnmower. I actually managed to get some stripes in there, but it was so thick, so deep, and so wet. That is probably why the lawnmower said, not today. I absolutely love it. I think it looks so smart. And the best part is I'm now able to pick up after George, because that was the biggest issue. The leaves were falling faster than I could cope. And every time George went to the toilet, it was a game of guess who, guess where, you know? And he's, when I'm saying to him, show me where, he's like, show you what? I didn't do anything. So yes, so today is Friday. I've already been to Dunelm this morning to do a click and collect. So this is what the fireplace is looking like today. I basically got all of my Christmas decorations in. I actually don't have much, guys. This is everything I own on this unit. Everything, apart from 2 trees and the 2 trees decorations. When it comes to actual physical decor, this is it. This is literally it. So I got everything in, and I added, tell me if it's too much though. Tell me if it's too much. I added the little gingerbread house that I bought last year, you'll remember. And I added the little wooden one that I also bought last year or the year before. And then I added this little guy. He was made for me by a woodworking friend. And I added this guy. So again, tell me if it's too much. I don't want to overload the fireplace to the point where it's going to fall through the floor, but I do. I absolutely love it. Anyway, let me show you what I got from Dunelm. Just put you on my table temporarily. I saw these on their website. Oh my gosh, guys. You know, last year I went with like a tartan, traditional tartan Victorian Dickensian ribbon and Hessian ribbon theme, like jute twine, not jute twine, jute. We don't call it jute in this country, we usually say Hessian. So yeah, Hessian ribbon and tartan theme. And these are from Dunelm. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They were I want to say they were £1.50 each, something like that. I don't mean to be selfish, and I'm sure they've got more stock at the back, but I bought them all. Oh yeah, I bought 6 of these all together, and I thought they would work really, really well with the tree. The other thing I did was pick up another pack of the itty bitty baby tiny teeny command hooks. I got these from Dunelm as well. Dunelm is not the cheapest place to be buying command hooks. I'm not gonna lie, you're better off going B&M or pound shops. I don't know if pound shops actually do the brand command, but anyway, I bought those. My plan for the command strips is to put them all around here, and we're gonna light this baby up. We are going to light this whole thing up. I don't know whether I'll get bigger command hooks and add foliage. Oh my gosh, oh, actual foliage. You know, we've got that big tree at the back. I could cut some bits off of that at the back. No one will ever know, but it will look beautiful on here. But yeah, that's the plan for the command hooks. But yeah, let me know what you think of the additions to the fireplace. I'm just loving it. I sit here every evening and I literally stare at it. Basically, my click and collect this morning from Dunelm was just extra bedding, new pillows, new quilts for the children's room, and a Christmas duvet covers for the children's room. Christmas duvet covers because, oh my gosh guys, I'm so excited. My friend is coming over today. She's on her way right now. She's going to pick me up. We're going to go to lunch. We're going to go garden centre. We're going to go do some shopping. We might even go into Corby, to the range, or just stay in town, go to B&M, go to the garden centre and pick up some cake and some tea. And then tonight, my friend is coming up from London to see me. Oh my my gosh, my best friend of like 25 years. She's heading up tonight and she's gonna spend the weekend with me and I'm so excited. But I wanted to get her some fresh bedding. I didn't want her sleeping in Spider-Man, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I wanted to get her fresh pillows as well because, you know. So yeah, she's coming up tonight. Don't know what we're going to do for the weekend with her. We probably will go to the Wicksteeds Park Christmas fair. There's a Christmas craft fair on at Wicksteeds. I really want to go. Equally, I'm not sure my friend is that into Christmas. She'll probably walk in my living room and be like, oh, for... but yeah, I'm so excited to see her. She's coming all this way. It's probably going to take her a solid happy 2 hours to get to us. But she's excited to come and I've missed her, I miss them all, to be fair. I do plan on going back down soon to stay with my other friend. She's offered, of course, for me to stay over there. So I might go back down soon and stay with them. And then I get to meet up with my gang because, yeah, I miss them. I don't expect people to come and visit me 2 hours, 3 hours away when I'm the one that moved. Equally, they all said they will at some point. They will at some point come up and see me. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So hopefully we'll go into B&M. If not, we'll go into the range and I'll get some actual footage of the range. But we are definitely 100% gonna go to Bosworth's again because I need to be with someone who's gonna, no offense, Dad, I know you're probably watching this, but I need to be with someone who is just as childlike as I am and someone who's going to jump up and down and scream at the Christmas decorations. I need someone to match my energy, basically, and I need that to be a girlfriend, you know? Again, no offense, Dad, but you know, when I'm really loud, my dad's like, Claire, keep it down. I'm like, no, I want to scream like the elves. So yes, that's the plan for today. And that's it.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arms. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present, come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
Whoa, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to
I had the best day in Corby yesterday. I haven't filmed much today. Today is Saturday. I haven't filmed much at all because my best friend from London came up and she's here. She's just popped out with Tim to grab us some dinner tonight. I've just finished my live chat premiere for my other channel, Claire's Crafty Corner. So yeah, today's been hectic. I didn't pick up the camera because obviously my friend was here and we were spending some amazing time together. We went into town, we went for lunch, we had a bit of a tour around, and now we're just gonna chill with our dinner under a blanket and watch some Christmas movies. But Corby yesterday, I had such an amazing, we both did, myself and Tony. My friend Tony, who came up to get me yesterday, we went to Corby. She's here on YouTube, Crafty by Tony. Her work is incredible. I've known her for about 7 years now, 8 years. We just had the best day. It was so relaxing. We're very similar in our shopping styles. We just like to mooch, pick up what we've got, and there's no pressure, you know, when you're just hanging out with someone, and it's just so much fun. And every now and again I'd hear like, oh, I'd go running. I'm like, I'm on the way, dear, you know, like Mrs. Doubtfire, because I knew that Tony had seen something she really loved, so I was running over there to see what it was. There was one thing that we both turned the corner and we both collectively were like, oh, look at that. We both, there was 2 left, we both grabbed one. So I'm gonna share everything I got in next week's video because there's a lot. I got a lot. Our feet were killing. Our backs were killing. Literally 4 or 5 hours of just walking, chatting, having fun, laughing. Honestly, I needed it. It was like one of the best days I've had in so long. It was so relaxing. Anyway, enough talking. Like I said, my friend is here tonight, so I'm gonna say goodbye. This is the end of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and next week I will share everything that I bought in Corby yesterday. There was quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh God, I am so tired. And if it wasn't for my friend being here, trust me when I say I'd be in bed already. But yeah, I'm so happy. My friend drove all this way to spend the night and chill out. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my dinner when they get back, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.